And although he's able to take his place on the bench alongside Mike Galloway, who's still out of favour, as is Wayne Foster, and that means Malcolm Murray continues in defence. And joining John Cahoon and Ian Ferguson up front is 23-year-old Alan Moore, a very promising flank player who cost £90,000 when he was signed from Dumbarton 2 years ago. And Celtic are without flu victim Paul McStay, who's having a miserable 24th birthday today, but they have Tommy Burns available after injury to play in midfield. There's no Joe Miller, but Andy Walker's back to play alongside Frank McAvenny and Mark McGee up front. And there was a huge welcome back from the Celtic fans for Pat Bonner, restored to the first team for the first time this season after missing the early part of the year through a back injury. A glorious autumn afternoon and perfect conditions underfoot as Hearts get the game underway. These sides finishing first and second in the Premier Division last season, but struggling in the early stages this term. And the match taking on additional importance because of that. And Celtic, of course, having to operate without the midfield craft of Paul McStay for the first time this season. That's a major blow to them, but they do have Andy Walker back, restored to full fitness. And now combining with McGee and McAvenny up front. There's Cahoon, a former Celtic player, stopped by Rogan. McGee misses it. Here's Neil Berry. Berry playing in the same area of the field as Roy Aitken is for Celtic. That's in the centre of midfield, so that could result in some very tough exchanges indeed. McCarthy's header. There's Mark McGee. But a lot of these players played in midweek and international matches for Scotland, Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. The referee this afternoon, Mr. Jim Renton from Cowdenbeath. Touched on by Moore, but Morris, who also passed the fitness test before the match, plays up. Kenny Black's challenge on McAvenny. McCarthy looking for Roy Aitken. There's McAvenny. McGee's underneath it with Dave McPherson. That's for McAvenny. There's Andy Walker. He's onside. And he couldn't have come closer. Oh, what a let-off this is for McAvenny, tackled on the turn by Malcolm Murray. Still Celtic having the early edge. Here's McAvenny breaking toward the corner flag. Andy Walker's underneath it. Excellent chance again for Andy Walker. Tackle came from former Celtic player Brian Whittaker. There's McAvenny. But well to turn, a great chance for Celtic. Missed in the middle again by Walker. What an opportunity once again. It's the third great chance of the match for Andy Walker. Headed on by Ferguson. There's White. McAvenny back towards Morris. McGee going up with Whittaker. Whittaker just made it in time. Oh, some fascinating individual duels going on out there. McGee and Whittaker being one of them. Here's Kenny Black. There's Moore now on the run with Derek White. Moore in possession. Away from White this time. But delaying the cross too long, allowing White to recover. Some promising play by young Alan Moore in attack for Hearts. Dave McPherson is on the goal line for Ian Ferguson's corner. Corner comes out to punch it clear. Here's Billy Stark. Well tackled by Black. There's Ferguson! Hit with incredible power by Ian Ferguson. Go to Murray. There's Cahoon. Gets help from Black. towards Ian Ferguson, a very accurate header down to Cahoon, who's onside. Derek White who blocked the cross. Putting it in quickly in front of McGee. McPherson, that's towards Walter Kidd. Bouncing kindly to Hart towards Ferguson. And good goalkeeping again from Bonner. Andy Walker. McGee trying to get away from Murray. Roy Aiken calling for the ball at the far corner of the box. He's got it now, but he's offside. One count. It would have been Aiken's first of the season, but the linesman's flag was up when the ball was in flight towards him. And it must have been a very tight decision indeed, because he appeared to be at worst in line with Berry. That would have been of offside. Kidd and Mackay. 40 minutes of the first half. Linebreaker. Here's Alan Moore. It's off the top of the crossbar. Brilliant play from Alan Moore, and no luck in the end. This is him swinging it, came off the head of start. There's Rogan. And Kenny Black. Catching out Pat Bonner. Good goalkeeping once again, and a fine effort from Kenny Black. But there was an offside flag up. The Celtic defence sprinted out, so it wouldn't have counted as a free kick taken by Celtic. Dawson's header, that's Stark, and now Ferguson. Right off Cahoon. Supported by Mackay. That was blocked by White. Hart certainly looking goal hungry now as the interval approaches. A grandstand finish to this first half, having started without any conviction at all in the play. Hearts. There's Kenny Black flighting that toward the top corner, and again it's Pat Bonner to the rescue of Celtic. Kenny Black. Here's Ian Ferguson, the final minute of the first half. Helped on by Moore. McAvenny's header goes straight to Black. Well, this time he poses no problems for Pat Bonner, but he's had a couple of superb efforts in the closing minutes of this first half. So Pat Bonner has seen more activity in the last 5 minutes than he's probably seen for a very long time indeed. And he's cropped superbly. And any doubts, any lingering doubts about his fitness surely now dispelled. And he is the reason why Celtic are likely now to go in at half-time, all square. They could so easily have gone behind in these last few minutes. There goes the half-time whistle. So Celtic going off. They should have had the game won inside 10 minutes. Andy Walker with 3 great opportunities. One on the left foot, one on the head, one on the right foot. Then depending on this man, Pat Bonner in the end. The Celtic start the second half, and they must have reflected at half-time on the way their fortunes changed in that first half. They had so much of the play early on and then finished up defending desperately against that Hearts onslaught. A huge debt due to their goalkeeper Pat Bonner. So it will be interesting to see how they react at the start of the second half. Hearts growing in confidence as that first half wore on. They're determined to get back on the league rails. The ball swerving out there for a throw. The throw will go to Hart. It was a deflection. Murray, who had a good first half for Hearts. Ferguson showed glimpses of his shooting ability. There's White for the clearance. McPherson taking no chances. There are no obvious tactical alterations on either side in the opening part of the second half. The Celtic front three have been interchanging throughout the match. They have use McGee through the middle frequently with McAvenny on the right and this man, Andy Walker, on the left. Doing well to find room to get in the cross, but McPherson's there to cover for Hearts, and this is Mackay. Kidd doing well, making himself available on the right. Kenny Black telling his colleagues he will handle things. Pass finds Moore. This is Berry. Moore gets it again. Mackay to Murray. Here's Ian Ferguson. McAvenny was in quickly. There's Roy Aiken with a header. Start playing it into space for Tommy Barnes. Here's Morris. There's room to operate on the right. Awkward angle cross. Mark McGee. 2 minutes into the second half. The Celtic fans go wild with delight. Hard to fight for Mark McGee. 2 minutes into the second half. McAvenny to start. The Hearts ball taken quickly towards Moore. Tackle from McCarthy. Ferguson, now Black. A little bit out of range. So too with Mark McGee. Here's Kidd. Good measured pass to find Galloway in space on the right. Yes, Cahoon outside him. An overlap on here, but there's Galloway. Clearance came from Rogan. There's Murray. Anton Rogan's header. Breaks for Black. Ferguson. Francis clearance. That's a good ball from when he got wide towards Cahoon. The tackle was by Aiken, a fair one at that. Here's Andy Walker being chased by Kidd. There's Walker. Completely beat Walter Kidd and took that tackle, which was clearly a foul, and Walker is none the worse. A chance now for Celtic. There's Barnes. And the Smith committed. Good goalkeeping. Waiting for his players to go forward. One for Farnan to chase if he has the pace. Yes, he's done well. Showing enough of the ball to Morris though to make that tackle. Morris is very quick under his journey there. Corner kick to Hearts. Yes, it has been for every set piece. Headed on to the far post. Still not clear. There's Galloway. Done by Moore. And Ferguson, it's scrambled away in the end by Chris Morris. Celtic living dangerously in that hectic first. Up towards McPherson. And saved on the line by Bonner. The header was by Alan Moore. Wow, what a relief for Bonner. Here's Chris Morris now. McAvenny is through the middle. A great chance now for Celtic to settle it. It's McAvenny against Smith. Perfectly finished by McAvenny. 3 minutes from the end. Surely now the Hearts effort is spent. Frank McAvenny. There's Mark McGee. Dumped away by Black. Ian Ferguson trying to find Moore through the middle, but Morris turns it back. And there goes the final whistle. Celtic the winners in the end by 2-0, but that really does not reflect accurately the balance of play, particularly in the second half. Celtic taking the lead in 2 minutes into the second half through Mark McGee. A fine piece of opportunism from him. attack. Frank McAvenny snatched the second goal just before the end to give Celtic an undoubtedly flattering scoreline. In the end, it's Hearts 0, Celtic 2.